Welcome in. Ryan is wearing his heels this evening.
Now I am.
Very nice.
Justin has on his flats.
It's flats.
You don't wear the...
I'm not wearing shoes. Welcome to Invicta Online Live. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, this is fun. So this is a chance for us to interact with you during the course of the show. We want to see your comments off to the side. We'll try to address as many of those as possible. Let me tell you, we have a sweet lineup here tonight for watches.
Super cool lineup. I'm going to be looking like this for the majority of the show because down here is where I can see the chat. Just so FYI, if I'm looking down here, I'm just looking at what you guys are saying. Okay? We're going to start the show. Was there music there?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh. So there was supposed to be, we didn't hear it, or there was supposed to be, there wasn't any? Ah.
Okay. See, we like the show. It's a little
Noted.
bit back, a little bit more casual. Oh, here we are. I'm going to put that on mute.
You should put that on mute.
Chat. Just so
all right, let's see. John's here. Hey, John, thanks for jumping over. I know that you were on Heather's Facebook page too. Ray says, good evening. Good evening, Ray. Ryan, you can either turn your mic on or you could get closer to me and use mine. That's up to you.
I'll opt to turn the mic on.
Stu says, good evening from South Florida. We're actually going to be down in Florida here pretty soon. We're going to have some holiday shows in December, which should be
what do we do, 11th through the 17th? Is
really
that right?
fun. I hope so. You just said it. That means
something like that.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
But get this, we were talking about early in December, I think it's like the 2nd or the 3rd, if you're familiar with Star Wars. We're going to have some new Star Wars pieces debuting too. Now they're telling me in my earpiece that we should talk about the item on the screen. This is 651348. This is $149.99 for pretty much the first ever sub-aqua specialty anatomic. Now, I kind of had fallen in love with the anatomic variations years and years ago with the original Russian diver anatomic. That's something that we had done many years ago, disappeared. And then kind of what you had seen, Ryan, was the sub 3s. I mean, we're kind of leaning towards sub 3 when we talk about anatomic. So when we saw this was a really cool thing.
Yeah, really, really cool thing. So what we have is that big, bold 52 millimeter case and cradle design, all done on a silicone band. And when we have done the sub-aqua specialties before, a couple of years ago, it was actually on a polyurethane strap. It was comfortable, but this is really the ultimate in comfort that you get. But you get the watch, which was really interesting, and all the 18 karat gold plating for all the metalwork on the timepiece. And then you have the mechanical movement on the inside.
Where did we get this table? The wobbly
you know what?
table
store? I tried fixing it earlier. We had it set before. We have these little. Is that better?
The wobbly,
wobbly
table.
Here, you
store.
take over. I'm going to fix this all at once. So give me a second. You take over.
This might get strange.
You got 2 minutes.
This might get strange. I don't know.
It could if the right shot is on. you know what we're talking about,
Why
right?
don't we just stay on the tight shot here? This watch, and Ryan was talking about the mechanical movement. This is a really fun movement. Mechanical automatics, the TY2809. I believe it's a 26 jewel mechanical. Here's Mr. Fix-It right here.
Yep.
We wanted to show a little bit more behind the scenes. Not only is Ryan fixing the table, you can see the height of the heel on his shoe that we were talking about at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why he's wearing heels, because he's not a short guy.
No, I'm not. I'm 6'1", and then you include the heels, probably about 6'2". So here.
I got my flats on. We already established that. Let's keep moving. Mechanical automatic build. This is also a skeletonized movement, so you can see all the way through the watch. Yeah. Now, when we talk about anatomic, it's about utilizing kind of different materials, making it extremely light. To me, though, I think this could be part of the Ghost collection, Ryan, because with anatomic, typically, you can see through kind of sections of the watch. You can see through the dials. Even with skeletonized watches, you can see through the front and the back. But when we get into the Ghost, like the Sapphire Ghost, we had that kind of Flame Fusion edition come out not that long ago. You can also see through the sides of this timepiece, so you can see the movement on the inside for more than just the back and the front of the timepiece, guys. 10 atmospheres of water resistance here. No problems. If you're a fan of the sub-aqua specialty design, you're gonna fall in love with this one as well.
Yeah, we have either blue or gray, and we're going to wrap this one up and move on here to the next item. This is item number 651348. $149, Justin, to get into that watch.
It's a big deal. Here we have some questions, more Star Wars. We just talked about that. I think it's early December, so stay tuned. It's coming up very quickly. Here's what you'll do. Follow us on social media. You can find me on Instagram, Being Zimmer. Ryan is Invicta Ryan. You can find me on Facebook, Justin Zimmer. I believe he's Invicta Ryan there as well. And we'll let you know when that stuff is really coming. Let's see. What other questions do we have? 4K picture is ultra clear tonight.
Oh, nice.
Brandon says.
Well, I know, I think Evine, they're starting to broadcast more out into
high definition.
High definition. I think another 10 million homes here just in the last couple of weeks.
So we are broadcasting in high definition, but it's not in all markets. I think that's, is that right? How
so
many
if it's not there yet, just be patient because I think they're continuously adding
it. In full high def?
Let me tell you, it's such a dramatic difference to be able to see the watches just with that clear, crisp look of high definition.
Oh, here, maybe you know this one. It says, John Rodriguez says, when are you guys having a Marvel watch for females? Are you talking about a smaller case size or like a female character?
Yeah, that's a good question. We have had 38 millimeters on some of the watches in the Pro Diver Scubas.
The Scuba, that's right. I think what he's asking, he might be asking though, a different character, like a female character. Let us know, John.
Yeah.
If that's what you were looking for. John Parkus says, will Star Wars be advertised as Star Wars shows, guys, so I don't miss? We're going to do our best to let you know when it is. I will tell you, though, if you are not there at the beginning of the show, you will miss out. Because last time, everything we had sold out in like 7 minutes. So it moves very quickly.
Well, here, are we able to?
Look at Ryan Johnson. How come you have a wrench next to your name?
That's because I have special privileges.
What does that mean?
Means I can send out links. I can boot people if they're not being nice.
Evine has a crown next to it. Ryan has a wrench. I have a poop emoji. What does that mean?
Well, here,
what
Justin.
What level is that?
Do you want to say what this is right here?
What level is that? I don't know if we should say what it is, but we can give them the date here.
So here's the date. Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern.
12/2.
12/2. You need to be here. So that's the big deal.
And if that changes.
And follow Being Zimmer, follow Invicta Ryan on Instagram. You'll find out more. Okay, back to this watch.
Wait a minute. Deborah says, love the undies. What does that mean?
What undies? Who's showing undies?
I don't know. Oh, were you down there fixing the thing? Were you showing things?
No, I have on a belt.
You might have been showing things.
Was Deborah the first one on the show tonight? She was waiting pretty early.
Sorry, I know we're supposed to be talking about the watches and stuff, but it's more interesting just kind of looking at all the chat going on. Brandon asks, any new Swiss-made coming down the pike soon? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we're always going to have Swiss-made builds too. So yeah, stay tuned. You're definitely going to see that stuff sprinkled in. When will the turbine be coming out? There's actually a new execution of the turbine. I have not heard. I know that we will probably see it here first. I'm not sure when the new execution comes out, but I'm excited for that too. Once again,
3 dive watches.
Follow us. Yeah, we didn't even talk about let's not even talk about it. That way we did a whole presentation.
You know what? It's such a sweet deal. We don't even need to talk about it.
We did a whole presentation and we didn't even talk about it. The Debonair Ryan and incomparable Jay-Z. Look at this. The Debonair Ryan and the incomparable Jay-Z.
Okay.
Exclamation point. Thanks, Robert. I don't know what that means.
Deborah says, yes,
YouTube.
sir. Check out your Facebook.
Oh,
my
Star
dog
Wars
is wearing your
on
watches.
Facebook. I don't know what that means. So there's Star Wars underwear?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right, maybe we should talk about this one.
Yeah, let's go.
So
let's go to
this is 639-607. This is part of that big partnership with Disney. And this is something very special to us. Basically 3 years now that we've been working with Disney, almost 2 years in the making. We launched this about a year ago. The majority of them come with the custom dive case. Here you're going to have the color choices here, 3 different color choices. I believe we have gold tone, silver tone, and two-tone.
Yep.
Very, very limited in the two-tone, by the way. So if you want to get into the two-tone variation, you're going to have to order that very, very quickly. This watch is built to true professional dive specifications. This proves that, like for the women, we not only build gorgeous watches, but they're quality.
Well, that's it. 200 meters of water resistance. That's a part of this timepiece. Premium stainless steel, 18 karat gold that's been bonded to certain watches and also different parts of the two-tone in the middle. And what you get is you get all the crystals going around the bezel of the timepiece and just to actually glam it up. But if you look on the inside, this is part of that Disney collection. You get multiple characters just on the inside. I think it both involves Mickey and also Minnie. Minnie is obviously wearing the bow on the inside of the timepiece. So here's a deal.
Oh no, this is all Minnie.
Is it all Minnie?
Yeah, yeah. You just have some where the bow is,
okay, she is
some where the bow is
bow.
done in red.
I thought there was maybe a Mickey in there. But so you have all the different characters on the inside. And look at the price. I think this is the lowest price that I
Well, let's talk about price.
I think this is a big deal.
Because our whole show, our whole YouTube show is
once only.
Once only.
Once
So
only.
we have the lowest prices you're going to find these items right here on this show right now. So if you find something that you really fall in love with, definitely get these watches home. Numbered limited edition to 2,000 pieces for the world, which means, and I love this, it's not only part of Invicta history, it's part of Disney history as well. Are we capable? The last time I was out here, I think for a YouTube show, you were here too. What do you have coming up tonight?
Me?
Yes.
Daisy.
Toys.
Daisy has
Is
toys.
this Evine After Dark?
Not that kind.
Oh,
It's not
those
Friday
kind-
night.
So these are like toys for kids.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Can I come on in?
Yeah, come
you
on
can
out, Daisy.
Yeah. We can do
Daisy's
whatever-
awesome.
We can do whatever we want here.
This is, we
Show
can
us
do
your
whatever we want.
toys.
So this is my cool hair when I come into the studio.
Whoa.
And no makeup.
It's a little bit what I look like
what
too.
are we on right now? YouTube?
It's
Oh,
a
no.
little bit.
We're,
It's a little bit
It's
more
a-
than what I have
yeah.
to go through.
This is what I'm
it's a
coming
little
up
bit
next.
more casual,
What
laid
is it?
back, liberal.
What is it called? What's it called?
Going rogue.
We're going rogue. It's a safari adventure. It's really cool. It's like bendable tracks, and you
Oh.
get 2 cars that like light up LEDs, and it's really cool. It's super
12
fun.
feet.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah, it's really fun.
Safari
Check it out
adventure
on
coming up
eBay
next.
at 11.
All right.
Nice. Nice. We look forward.
Did you see that little kind of at the end? I don't know what that means, but
Real quick, because we got to wrap this up. $67. It includes the custom dive case. Technically it's a $50 value, but Jeff Shelley created the artwork here. If you're not familiar, Jeff Shelley is actually the creative director of art at Disney. So it's very special to get into something like that.
all right, we're going to wrap that up. 639-607, only $67.05. In that 55% off, I think that's the lowest price Disney watch I've ever presented.
Definitely one of the lowest for sure.
You know what? We have some more Disney coming up here very soon. Check out my Instagram here tonight or tomorrow. You'll see something coming up here for
Is
the
that
weekend.
Friday night? Tomorrow?
Yep, Friday night.
What day is it?
Today is technically still Wednesday.
Oh, so Friday night. What time? 10 p.m.?
Friday night, 10 p.m. And actually, Jim Babcock from Disney will be here too on the
Nice.
show.
Jim's a
so
great
we're gonna
guy.
have a lot of
Okay.
cool watches, cool shows.
Here's what last time we had a YouTube show, people asked what happened to the sneak peeks that we used to do.
Yes. What happened?
Do we have the today's top value that's coming up Friday night? Can we show everybody?
I took some photos. I'll show you some
Are they,
photos.
well, I mean, are they available? Can we bring them out? I think that's okay. Okay, so we're going to
okay.
show you a little sneak peek. We can do this. We can do whatever we want. So if there's something that you want us to do, let us know within reason. Daisy, you're done. You can't be part of that, though.
You got your time.
You just stay over there and do what you're doing.
So here, look at this shot. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll talk about the watch for a second. We'll talk about what's coming up here in just a moment. But this is a Nakula, and this is a newer design. I think in fact, 2017, or did we debut it late 2016?
This variation
Yeah.
was new this year.
Yeah.
Yes, a brand new redesign of the, get this, Russian diver Akula. You know, when we see the Venom, for some reason we're trying to forget, or here at the network that is part of the Subaco line. Same thing with the Akula. This is technically a Russian diver Akula. One of the original styles was one of the older case and cradle design systems. Next generation was kind of a new case, had the kind of hardened like plastic polymer material around the case. That was a newer generation. This is the latest thing. For $194.15, you're really getting into something special. When you start to look at the watch, maybe we should actually touch the watch. You're gonna notice the strap is gorgeous. You have the contrast stitching. Look at the back, done in that red. Isn't that cool? It's like a high-end sports car when you see you know, the leather that's been done with the black and the red. I love that theme.
And the leather on the back is really the same as on the front too.
Yep.
I mean, you just have that beautiful leather that's been done. And then it just plays in that red for the dial, the different hour markers, and also the chronograph second hand. But then also it's a first step of the bezel. It's a little bit hidden, but you can see is also done in the red on this timepiece. If just you can turn just a little bit.
Where are we
you can
going?
see where that red is exposed on the bezel.
Oh,
That
yeah.
first step of the bezel.
Yep.
I love that little attention to detail that's a part of this timepiece.
Isn't that cool? And also with the bezel too, with the sophisticated design, you would think it would be a fixed bezel, but I was just showing you that. It's that full functionality, unidirectional rotating bezel, and it's the first time that we've done this, I think, in any Akula. Is that correct? With abalone?
Yeah,
Or
I
did we do
believe
that in
so.
Any others? So you have that really cool natural organic abalone dial. This is really what people are looking for. It's electric. You know, typically when we talk about mother of pearl, you have to kind of move it around to get the colors to pop. Here, it's always on display. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we have an idea here for a dive case that actually has a clear top. Love that idea. It's been suggested before. TJ is here, hashtag Invicta Rocks. Johnny P out of New York, he's a little bit tired. He's going to go. Good night.
Johnny
We'll see
P.
you soon, John, and thank you for all your support
Yep.
that's been done. Let's see, great idea. We'll pass it along to AL and the team. Let's see, what else we have? Yep, they're all talking about the clear dive case. So
Oh, the
that's
clear
great.
dive case?
Yeah, just a clear where you can see clear through the top and see the watches.
Cool.
Like that idea. We'll see it.
I do kind of like that idea.
So here's what you're going to see in a moment. We're going to be coming out with on Friday night, and it's part of the Disney collection. I'll be on the show with Jim Babcock. I don't know who the host is for sure yet, but we're going to have one of many watches that are going to be up during the show. And this is something brand new. We have different size options for you. We have a 24, a 35, and also 40 millimeter pro divers. We have some with Mickey, we have some with Minnie, we have different color choices for you also, all numbered limited edition.
But it's the return
and
of that pro diver.
Let me tell you, and it is going to be a sweet price. That's all I can say.
What's the
for right
smaller
now.
one? What's the millimeter on that?
It's that 24 millimeter pro diver that we've had before over the years.
Yeah, you know, so we haven't had these for the longest time. One of the cutest things, though, on the cruise last year, somehow we had some, I think. And a little girl got one.
She was 2 or 3, yeah.
She was 2 or 3 years old, and she was wearing one. But this is one of the original women's pro diver designs. So I'm glad that we're going back to that. And how cool is that to do it with the classic Mickey Mouse design with Disney? That's going to be fun. We have Ricardo is asking, is there any word on when we may see more specialty Subaco sandblasted case? Are you talking about the one that literally looked like it was like carved out of rock, that case? Or, you know, we've done some designs where it almost looks like
The shot blast finish?
a shot blast finish,
like a
which almost looks
titanium?
like a titanium. So you'll have to kind of clarify that question, I guess. But if you're looking for, remember we had that kind of glow in the dark material? That might be what he was talking about.
I think so. Well, it's almost, it looks like it sparkles a little bit with that real rough texture.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, Ricardo. I'm not sure if we'll see that again. Those might be some more kind of like limited production pieces, but I'm not sure. I know we'll probably see more of the shot blasted variations at some point. All right, moving on. We're going very classic here. Check this out. At Invicta, keep in mind, we've been doing this for a very long time. Lots of different styles. We have classic pieces, you know, more futuristic designs. Of course, we have that carbon case that we recently came out with. But this is 638-308. Look at this for $79. $1,000,087. You're getting into natural organic mother of pearl here, which is gorgeous. And I know, weren't you talking about the at the 6 o'clock position earlier today?
Yeah, so what this is actually the moon phase. So it's a 29.5-day cycle that you get. It's not that AM PM indicator, which you typically find with the different complications inside of the watch. So it actually tells you the 4 different stages of the moon phase that goes along. So you're not going to see the sun in the during the day, and you're not going to see the moon at night. It's actually moving very, very slowly over the course of about 29.5 days. I love this watch because it's a 43 millimeter on the leather strap. You have the mother of pearl. You have the moon phase that goes along with it. And it's just, we're known for so many different watches, such as what I have here, the Bolt Sport, which are bigger, bolder, aggressive in style, sport. But still, we still have watches. And for some people say, you know what, I don't like that style. I don't like the bigger watches. And that's fine. That's great. We have so many different versions, more conservative, and look at how handsome this watch looks on Justin's wrist.
Isn't that cool? So this is the silver tone black. We got just over 100 pieces remaining in this one. The other one, and you're ordering by the case and then the strap, the other one is gunmetal black, just a couple more in that one. So very, very limited here. Keep in mind, once only encore price of $79.87. Man, if you want to give a gift to somebody, this is how you do it with a classic watch. Everybody will fall in love with this design. The dial, very intricate too. We talked about kind of the center portion done with the mother of pearl, the outer portion done more in that sunray finish. You do have the Trittonite luminous feature on the hands and hour markers. And check this out, the Flame Fusion crystal is domed. Very expensive. I mean, you should not be getting a domed crystal for $79. I mean, we probably should have put just a straight mineral crystal on this piece, but here you get that upgrade. And if you're familiar with that classic lupa, this is actually magnifying slightly the dial on this piece. So that's 638-308, $79.87. Steals that today. What do we have going on with the chat?
Let's see. My wife has a small 30-something millimeter diver.
Oh, okay.
That's, if she likes those smaller watches, one of those Disney options would be great on Friday night.
Ricardo, yes, that one that sparkles kind of like a stone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've had those on some strap versions of the Sabako especially, right?
Yeah, I guess I haven't heard if or when those are coming back. Have you heard anything about those? I think it's really cool, Ricardo. Unfortunately, the only answer I can give you right now is to follow us on social media, because more than likely, if that does come back, we'll definitely be posting some pictures on that one and letting you know when that'll happen. All right, this next one is something very special. It's not just a Sub-Aqua Noma 1. This has that very intricate mechanical-looking dial. This is $174, guys, and 90 cents for Sub-Aqua Noma 1 design, and it's a numbered limited edition, and back into the Disney collection once again with Donald Duck on the dial of this piece. You're going to have two different choices. You're going to be ordering by the case color. You have the 18-karat yellow gold plated variation or that silver tone variation. Both pretty much equal as far as quantity remaining. Just over like 50 pieces on each. So very limited once again, guys, but once only pricing. Keep in mind too, this one ships in that case too, correct? So that's a $50 case. If you factor that in to the price here, definitely probably the lowest price you've ever seen on a Sub 1. Historic design.
Yeah, $174.90 for numbered limited edition. These are out to 3,000 of these that we have done. Sub-Aqua Noma 1, no compromises whatsoever. We've used a 5030D from Rhonda on the inside, so that's actually a 12-hour chronograph that's a part of this timepiece. And what you get then too, you get the two different color variations. We're going by the case color, silver tone or gold that you get. And 38 millimeters, I mean, it's a classic gentleman size. I'd say it's maybe geared a little bit more for women, or if you have a teenager who is, loves Donald Duck, this would be a great option for you out there too.
Yeah. Another kind of cool thing here, John says, we'd like to see customers having an option to select the color of silicone bands instead of the watch coming out with a certain color. We actually used to have kind of a build your own lupa site years ago with, thousands and thousands of different basically variations, and you actually used to order your lupa, with different variations that were basically made to order, and you could create things that really were unique or kind of one-offs. I don't know what happened to that. Let me know if you'd like to see that again. I think that would be fun. Loop is a big style. I guess we could do that with pretty much other executions too, but I haven't seen that for quite some time. That was years and years ago. But let us know if you would like to see something like that.
Oh, last sell of the evening? Oh, it's back.
Are you going to show some video footage?
Yeah, I think, Jamie, we have some video footage of this. So, being that we just have a few minutes on this watch, we have a video on this that you can just see.
It's mesmerizing.
How you actually can drink a lot of coffee and change this watch out in probably about 30 seconds.
This is how I like to start my day.
I was drinking coffee for about 36 hours straight, and they said, Ryan, can you change out this S1 from the titanium bracelet to a silicone band? And here it goes. So if you drink a lot of coffee, so what you want to do is you want to undo each screw. You want to go on a pad like I did, because if you go on a hard table, those screws, they're going to roll off the table, you're going to lose them. You get one extra set of screws and that's it. But this is what you can do to change out that band or that bracelet to one of the 4 different custom straps that are built specifically for this titanium S1.
All right, we're going to get back into this in just a second. James J., when will we see the Time Universe? You're in luck. We have a Time Universe coming that's actually part of the Star Wars collection.
As it should be.
So if you're a fan, if you're a fan of the Star Wars line, stay tuned. By the way, Time Universe is extremely cool. I wanted one when they originally launched. Was like a 5 time zone, I think, where you had the 4 on the bezel,
Yep,
it was
the main
unidirectional, and then the main movement. Hopefully we will see that coming back here very shortly, but that is coming. Bolt Zeus Tria.
Have you heard? Are we having a couple more of those?
It has to come back. I don't know when. It'll definitely come back at some point, but it's going to be expensive, guys. I mean, it's an expensive build. But yeah, more than likely at some point we will see that. What else do we have here? On Tech Talk, would like to see changing straps from leather to a bracelet on a Venom.
Actually, I have one of those watches, but that's I have a poly strap.
You mean
but
like
it's a
Ocean
system.
Quest?
But it's a system where you have the screw that goes with.
That would have been like an Ocean Quest system, I think, from back in the day.
Well,
Let's talk about this watch just real quick too. $259.30. What you're getting into is a lot of titanium. I believe the case itself is done in stainless steel, but then these sections, am I correct with that?
Yeah.
The rest of the watch then is done in titanium, and you have a really cool bracelet sophistication, almost like one of the Russian diver designs. If you're familiar with the Russian diver from many years ago on the bracelet, this is what we kind of got into. Really, really a tank tread design, but very light because of this. And then you get into a mechanical automatic build. This alone is a steal for $259. But with this now, what's happening is you get all 4 of those straps too. I mean, that is the way to do it, guys. This is, and it comes in a case, by the way. Does it come in a case?
8-slot dive case?
My card doesn't say it comes in a case. Does it come in the case? We're checking. We can do whatever we want.
It's got to come in some special packaging with all the straps.
I do what I want.
Did you see that, JC?
Shut up. I do what I want. What? I know. Ryan's sharing pictures with me, but you can't see it.
Well, you could.
You could, but you can't. So is this correct?
I think it does.
You guys, have you upgraded the operating system yet in there from 98, Windows 98? Because they don't support that anymore. I don't know if you know.
Really?
No, I'm pretty sure that's done with. So it does come in the case. So the case itself is a $73 value. So just factoring that in now, this is really taking this down. This is a fun system, basically, to be able to interchange this. So once again, the holiday season just around the corner. You got that watch collector at home. This is really what's fun, right? Yeah. I mean, getting into that level of sophistication where you can swap everything.
Do you remember we had this on our takeover show down in Mexico?
Yes.
And I mean, this thing flew out at the price that you see on the screen.
Yeah,
right
there's
now.
literally just a couple remaining on this watch. So definitely, this is one of those pieces too, by the way. I don't see this one coming back. And if it does, it might be a very, very long time. So if you don't want to miss out on this, now's the time to do it, guys. At 643-791.
And if Yeah, if you're looking, what is
Cruising?
this right now? This is the
What
cruise
is
that we did
this?
this past February. We were up on stage. There was a big party going on. We broadcasted live from the ship. We got to meet our customers out there. We even brought some of you on the show. And let me tell you, we did one cruise. It was absolutely amazing. There's Al. He knows how to throw a party.
That's it. Robert gets it.
Party is going to be
here.
bigger even this year. So
He does what he
we
wants.
want you to join the cruise, and you can book your cruise tonight at invictacruise.com. We would love to be able to see you there. Yeah, it was fun. I can't wait for the next cruise.
No, it's going to be extremely fun. It's almost completely sold out, so you're definitely going to want to reserve that cabin at invictacruise.com. Here's one final look. This is a tease, okay, to the Today's Top Value on Friday.
10 or 11 p.m. Eastern. Yep.
This Friday,
This
11
Friday.
p.m. East, you're going to notice the larger variation has Mickey Mouse. The middle variation has Minnie Mouse, and that's a return of that smaller original women's pro diver done with Minnie Mouse too. Very, very cool design, guys.
And actually, the other ones, 24 millimeters, they always had the scalloped bezel. This is actually the coin edge bezel in the smaller version.
Real quick, I know we're going to run out of time. John Paul says, love to get one of those Invicta footballs. Here's what I've heard. On the cruise this year, if you like the Invicta stuff, I think there's going to be like footballs. I heard there's going to be a lot more like gear, like shirts and hats and everything. Because we did have some like limited edition hats and stuff like that. And we did give all those away, like they went like minutes. And then we had shirts that we were wearing, and there were just extra ones, so we gave away like the rest of those too. But this year, more prepared with the gear, so that's going to be coming very soon. And you know what? Undies, maybe. I think that there was.
We have someone who is running the show right now who said he's actually going to model it if we do have.
No joke. No joke. I think there was under Invicta Watch's Instagram page. They were wondering if you were interested in
Invicta panties?
Invicta boxers. Come
All right.
on, dude.
Well, I think about the
This
ladies
is
out there
G,
too.
dude. This is like PG here. You got to go take a PG-13. Come on.
All right, you guys have to tune in here on Friday night, 11 p.m. East. I'll be on with Jim Babcock, and we'll also, I don't know who the host is for sure. Maybe Candy, Lynn, Heather, one of the three.
And I'll be on at like 3 a.m. I think it's something like that. 3 a.m. It'll be fun.
All right. Hey, remember, follow Being Zimmer on Instagram, Invicta Ryan on Instagram. We'll be posting some of the upcoming watches here over the course of the weekend here soon. So take care, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you next time on Invicta YouTube.